Hello KonnectzIT family, welcome to KonnecttzIT training videos. Today in this video I'll be showing you a use case whereas one of our user has requested for this. So they need a form where they need to collect info using a form. So it might be any form. So I'm going to use Zoho form or Google form, anything. And then they have to verify the email and phone verification using Tomba.io. I will tell you what Tomba.io does. So then when it is valid, so we're going to post it inside Google Sheet. So let's do this use case. So before we actually build a use case, we have to authorize our Google Sheet and what are the apps we are going to use. So I'm going to use Zoho form, where it's a webbook app. You don't need to authorize Zoho form, but you just need to authorize Google Sheet. I already did that, and now I am going to authorize Tomba.io. So to authorize Tomba.io, search for the app. Just click on the app and click on add account. This will going to ask you for API key and the secret key. So before that I will tell you what is Tomba.io. So this is an email verifier tool where you can actually get the email address behind any website, and also basically you can use it for filtering or email pattern, or just to verify your email fields for your sales, recruiting, search, connect and team. So you could use that. So they do have a browser extension as well, so you can verify basically. So the email verification, you can also find the emails, or you can find even domain using the emails as well. So up to date, like whether the email is whether you received, whether it is valid or not, so you could able to do that. So let's go into do it using Tomba.io. So for that this is my Tomba.io account. I will be using API. So just click on your account and go for API service. So here you will find the API key and also the API secret key. So just copy this and go to KonnecttzIT and paste API key. Similarly, you have to do the same thing for the secret as well. Just copy and paste and click on S and continue. So this will going to authorize Tomba.io inside KonnecttzIT. I already did that. So now let's straight away jump on to build a workflow. So let me click on create connect. Once you come to the canvas, name your Konnectz. So email verification via Tomba. I'm gonna name my Konnectz like this. So now I will be using Zoho form. So basically I just received a form data from Zoho form. You can use any other form instead of Zoho form. Just for demo purpose I'm using Zoho form. I'll be selecting it as new form submitted, and based on the instructions provided here I will place my webbook. I already copied the webbook, so now I go to Zoho form and place my webbook. To click on integrations, and then in the integration you have to click on webbooks, and then place your webbook URL which you copied from KonnecttzIT, and click on save. That's it, nothing else you need to do. Go to KonnecttzIT and click on capture response. This will enable KonnecttzIT to capture the response posted on this particular webbook URL. Let us go to Zoho form. This is how my form looks like. So I have full name, company, email, and also the phone number. So let me go ahead and fill the same thing. So just add my name, company name, and the email address. And then any random phone number maybe. And click on submit. So this will go to submit a form inside Zoho form. So same will be received on KonnecttzIT. Yes, we received now the email address and the phone number. So now let's go to Tomba.io. So search for Tomba.io, and KonnecttzIT actually support all this action. You can even search a domain, or you can verify email separately, or even you can email count, find an email, or check domain status whether it is active or not. So you can check your monthly usage. All these actions is being supported by KonnecttzIT. So now we will be interested in verifying an email address. So let me go ahead and click on that verify email button. So this will ask me to give an email address, so which I got it from my Zoho form. I'm going to add it over here and it on test and review. So basically what is happening here is, so just directly, so it got verified from tomba.io and it gives me the status in this plus icon. So where it verifies all the mx record true, and like all the whether the status is valid or result is deliverable, and the score you can actually filter it and any purpose basically. So there is no particular purpose. You can use all this status to verify your email. So I'm just going to use this particular status button at this moment now, and also I will use the email address. So click on OK. So whatever you just selected, and then click on OK, it will be present over here. So now what I do, I will use KonnecttzIT conditions, that is the filter module. So basically I will be interested in only those who are valid emails. So if I don't want like filtering, I wanted to filter it out. If it is not valid, so I means I'm not going to worry about those email address. So for this reason what I do is I will just connect the status field over here in the conditions and add the conditions. So basically select the condition is equal to, so if the value is equal to valid, so then only I need that particular email address. If it is not valid, I'm not bothering about those email address. Just click on validate. So now it will give me the condition. So basically we are receiving data from Zoho form and verifying it from Tomba and filtering it using conditions app inside KonnecttzIT, which is an inbuilt app of KonnecttzIT. So now it only gives me the value which is valid. So now we all got all the details. So I will go to Google Sheet now. So just search for Google Sheet app, just drag and drop the app and select my sheet, and I'm going to create a new row for each email address and select my Google Sheet basically, and it asks me for all these details. So I will just going to add the email address which is valid and also the status. So now I will hit on test and review. So this will basically add the value which is valid now, so into my Google Sheet. Yes, a new row will be created. So with this email address you can see that this is a domain and this is valid. And now what I'm going to do is go ahead and publish my connect. So just okay, so I just published my Konnectz. So now I am going to give couple of valid emails, and also I will try with some of the invalid emails also. So let me go to my Zoho form again and create another response. I'll be adding another response. So I'm going to use my colleague's email address now, which is valid. So I'm going to do this, any random phone number maybe, which we are not even using it, and click on submit. And I'm going to add one more response which is valid again. So and let me add two more invalid responses, something like John to John to with any random phone number. Click on submit. So similarly I'm going to add one more which is not valid, maybe like William. So these two email are not valid, so we will just, I will show you. So now I go to my Google Sheet. You can see that. So these email address are valid. So it is being added inside my Google Sheet. So we already added John Doe, which is not a valid email address. So it is not been added inside my Google Sheet. So now I'm going to add one more invalid email address. Maybe this one. So this is also, it's an invalid email address, so definitely it will not going to add. So let me going to add one more email address which is going to be valid. So this will going to add it over there. You can see, so this is how you can filter it out and verify your email address. So let me go ahead and submit this. So basically I had added around 4 email address which are valid and 2 email address which are not invalid. So let's go to Google Sheet, and you can see that 3 email address is being added and one more is yet to come. So basically, so this will only going to add the valid email address, so based on our connection. So our Konnectz does look like this. So any form filled in Zoho form, so it will going to validate inside Tomba.io, and then it chooses conditions, connects it inbuilt app to check the status is valid. Even similar way you can even check for email score, or any other domain validity. All these things you can do it using conditions, and then you will be adding it into Google Sheet. So now let's go ahead and check for the last email. Yes, you can see that it has been added successfully. So this is how you can filter out your email address and verify your email using Tomba.io. Hope you guys like this integration. If you have any questions on this particular integration, do drop me on the comment section below, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day.